Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday evening, 8 p.m., and you're listening to the home of Commodore 64 remixes, Slay Radio. Let us spice up your evening with Slaygon's incoherent ramblings.
Anywho Hazel.
And Ziona's pro dance moves to the best selection of remixes, sits, and demo scene tracks. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this thing. Slay tuned.
Hello everyone.
Hello. Hopefully we are live everywhere. Let's see.
And if we are not, you won't hear it at all.
Yeah, exactly. But I think we are live.
You
Maybe.
think? Okay, that's good to know, at least. Well, let's make a trial round here then. It's 7th November 2019. The winter started in Sweden. Therefore, we announced this show as the WarmYouUp Show because we are freezing a little bit.
And you have prepared properly. I have not, so I'm kind of sitting in this lotus position. I need to go and fetch one of them hoodies from upstairs.
Yeah, that's always a good idea since we are in the basement. So, and I don't know how you guys are doing, but... Well, it might not be that bad all around Europe, but here up north it just started. That means 0 degrees by day. And certainly we could use some equipment to warm us up. Sometimes there are like even blankets, even at work.
Yeah.
And we have proper heating, but that's the thing. It's a big building, so
sometimes... And the floor heating in the studio seems to be on a bit of a fritz. It's kind of heating sometimes and sometimes not, so I need to get an electrician in here to have a look.
No, it certainly doesn't.
No, I know, because I switched it off because I'm not certain exactly what is going on with it, so I don't want to have it on for too long.
Maybe it will like explode in the middle of the show.
We have the Dyson down there in the corner, so if we get way too cold, we can just switch that on when we are playing a track. Mm-hmm. And we have a new camera in the studio. I just switched to it on the stream, so you should be able to see us from a bit of a bird's eye view. Gonna switch it to that sometimes. I think we'll see what happens,
so they can see everything that is on my screens, all of them.
Yeah, if they can read those from this angle, it looks like I can see an IRC window, but I certainly cannot look or see what is said on there.
Well, it doesn't matter. Right now I'm on the channel that you can also join. It's on EFNet and Slay Radio channel on IRC, the good old IRC, but you can also join us on YouTube or Facebook, and there's also a separate chat going on, so yes, you can join at several places. Advantages of the setup system by Slaygon, and that was a rough past 2 weeks. Like after Bit Live, of course, we came back and we did this after show thing, but the past week was a bit difficult for me because I started to suffer from, can I say severe insomnia or just a mild insomnia?
I think that's a mild one. A severe one, you basically have it for like weeks on end.
I don't want to have it at all, ever.
No, it's not fun. But I usually get that in like October, November. So the insomnia part is like a few days a week or something, and then it kind of goes away after a while.
Yeah, that is a good thing when it goes away, because of course I know people for whom it doesn't.
Can you introduce me? Oh, wait.
You don't want to learn this skill from them, so to speak. And it was really that kind of thing that I think that several things came together. I was stressed because I made some promises that I wasn't able to keep. I had some deadlines as well, and I also got a very nice layer, but no one would be able to see it on my glasses. It's
I switched.
It's
if
a
you
prism.
show it to closer to the camera there.
I'm not sure. It's like
you can actually see it. So if you tilt it to your left or right.
Okay.
There we go.
So there is a prism on my left side of my glasses, and this also kind of makes you feel like you are constantly drunk or tripping. I get it because that's an important thing to announce. Maybe someone can learn from my mistakes. I use smartphones for 9 years, guys, and at the eye doctor, at the optician, first they figured out they cannot really repair my new glasses because I have double vision and my two eyes are not able to assemble the picture. Guess why? Because it turned out that my eyes are looking that way together,
Yeah,
and
they are
when
triangulating the phone.
Triangulating the phone, and when is that you are looking at that distance? It is exactly then 9 years of smartphone, and it can completely twist your angle of your eyes. I don't recommend to do that for anyone. And recently I'm not that bad as I was like few years before, but yeah, it might not happen to everyone who uses it, but I was an unlucky one in that sense. So yes, you don't want to have that. I can guarantee that. Yes.
Funny thing when you got that little patch thing in the glasses, and because it kind of diverts the path the light takes. So now you actually get input in your eyes, which means that you actually see straight lines. But since you are also used to seeing the crooked lines, your brain has adjusted to that.
Yeah.
So everything when you had those on, you said looked like crooked and stuff.
Yeah, basically, if you see a straight line, you will see it like this when you take that off, if you get used to this. And as a designer, let me tell you, it's not really useful. So.
Well, luckily you're not an architect, but maybe that's what the dude who made the tower in Pisa was
Jesus.
having on the
That's a
patch.
good point. I like that. Okay, so our IRC bots are broken. You can put in requests at slayradio.org. Please do that. And we start up the evening with Johan Andersson's second take of Myth, which is generally a beautiful tune. And I think it's worth to listen to it if you haven't heard it yet, because it's relatively new on RKO.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't this beautiful?
Oh, it was.
Hmm.
I put all the wrong notes here because I didn't know them then.
Yeah, they weren't really exactly as the original was, but still it's nice, I think.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Sure, it's great to aim for the original notes. I share that opinion, but you cannot always do that, I guess.
Artistic freedom, let's call it that.
Yes, and sometimes even the original notes even don't work. As we spoke about that before, like they sound great in a SID, but they just don't work when you cover the song. So yeah, sometimes you just need to do that. But this was the song, the original Myth by Jeroen Tel, that took me to the scene.
Well, great job there.
Yeah. So in that sense, he was highly responsible for that. And of course, he didn't even know about it. So that's how it works with those artists.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to be relaxed now, like after all those days, and yeah, it's kind of starting to work out. But how do you feel?
Pretty good. I had a fairly productive day, so that was nice. Got a new TV set up.
Oh my
I haven't
God.
mounted on the wall yet, but yeah, that was a nice. Samsung had a bit of a drive, so if you get a TV, you get a new mobile phone as well. So I thought, fuck it. So went for it. So yeah, I've been fiddling with that a little bit, and it has some nice features. Seeing as apparently now I have become some sort of a Samsung fucking fanboy. I have 2 Samsung mobile phones, this one and the white one, and apparently a third one on the way. The new TV is a Samsung, and the AC upstairs is also a fucking Samsung.
Well, at least you know that they will be compatible.
Yeah, they just kind of snuck in here somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, they just, I don't know who orders them. You have nothing to do with this.
Oh,
so,
nothing at all.
Yeah, they just appear.
They should stop doing good stuff. It's that simple. So, stop doing good stuff and I'll stop buying them. That's a great plan.
Well, I know I'm not saying this on the right place, but, well, I have to tell you, I'm sitting in front of the screen a lot. Like, that means more than my work time, because in the evening as well.
Oh, yeah, isn't that screen over there a Samsung as well, on the left side?
Yes, it is. But the right one is Philips.
Yes, and this is a Voxicon over here. So
anyway,
yeah, sorry.
Let's say I'm not 100% impressed. I mean, I'm impressed with the size of the television, but to be honest, I already kind of had enough of the screen light, and now we have even a bigger screen producing the screen light.
Well, the thing with this is better, though. That is better with this is that it actually has proper blacks. The other one, even if you put a black image on there, like entirely black, it still kind of shone a lot of light into the room because it was just backlit gray, basically.
Okay.
So it's better, actually, even though it's bigger. So if it has dark patches in there, it's gonna light up the room less.
Well, I'm happy about that, but the screen is equivalently bigger.
Yeah, and it had a blue light filter as well, which is enabled now, so you don't get that kind of harsh blue light from it, which the old one had. So
yeah,
that's good.
How to make it sound better? But still, the screen is equivalently bigger, so it will produce the same amount of light, whatever you do.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old one was 47 inches, and this is 65, so a few more pixels.
Immortal said he's also impressed by the size. Sometimes you tend to get impressed by the size, and about this matter, I think it's just, let's say that I wasn't crazy about the big size smartphone screens either. It's just I cannot take them. I have 2 small hands for that. So would you please produce a proper sized smartphone for my hands as well? And
Yeah, I think this is the correct size, the S7, that doesn't have that annoying
now?
edge thing.
okay.
For my fingers, I have long fingers, you know.
Uh-huh.
But the S9, way too big, even for my long fingers.
Even for your long fingers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, they are this long.
Yeah, let's not start associations here. So right before we do that, I would probably introduce a request.
Yes, please do. And also, please request. Slayradio.org live make request.
Yeah,
Please.
let's fill up those lines and the evening with nice songs. And Immortal wants to hear Hoffman, Day Tripper Professional Tracker. This is an Amiga module, I think.
You think?
Professional trucker, progressive pattern hacker 31 samples of dirty subject matter. We got that Amiga vision. Better bring your homework, boy, cause this is revision. Professional trucker, progressive pattern hacker 31 samples of dirty subject matter. We got that Amiga vision. Better bring your homework, boy, cause this is revision. Rocking all night to that pattern scan. Digging deep in the sample bank. Can't leave nothing blank. Trying for the tracks like a battle tank. Roll tracking in our sleep like androids counting. 64 electric shit. You can find us in the demo scene, proud and raw. Surrounded by Amigas and 64s. 1-bit, 2-bit, 3-bit more. 7-bit, 8-bit, no more. We be making a play with AB projects at 64K. Main aim to win the day. Get chopping, head bobbing, bag 'em up. Never stopping, track smashing, noise catching, get the beat cracking. One more thing left before you go crackers. To the hackers, graffitters, and pro trackers. Professional tracker, progressive pattern hacker 31 samples of dirty subject matter. We got that Amiga vision. Better bring your homework, boy, cause this is revision. Professional tracker, progressive pattern hacker 31 samples of dirty subject matter. We got that Amiga vision. Better bring your homework, boy, cause this is revision. Hoffman breaking up the tracks with Day Tripper, filling in the gaps. Listen up, here's a fact. The demo scene ain't dead. It's just you can't read the code. Better get it in your head before the deadline's closed. Text the form. The fact of the matter is you'll batter you were stopped day before you were born. So listen up before you go crackers. To the hackers, graffitters, and pro trackers.
what a lovely Pro Tracker module, I should
Indeed.
say.
Very nice.
Yeah, Hoffman and Day Tripper.
Hoffman, good.
Hoffman, always good. Indeed.
Not sure I've heard of Day Tripper before.
Well, now you did.
Yeah, now I did, but before.
Maybe he's the guy rapping to the song. You
Yeah,
never
maybe.
know. Yeah.
And day rapping.
Day rapping?
Day Tripper, Day Rapper.
Day
rapper.
rapping. Oh, well.
Date Ripper.
Date Ripper? You would rip a date.
No, that's his name.
Yeah, right. That that makes sense. I'm too slow for those in the evenings, you know. Still takes time. Welcome, Immortal. And yes, it's a very nice thing. More and more people gather up on the channel and on Facebook as well. Armandox just joined us, as I see.
Armandox. We have a bunch of people on YouTube and on Facebook too. And on Facebook, Michael Wildhagen says, what exactly is the prism for? Does it correct the viewing angle of the eye? Oh, you did?
Yeah, I answered. Yeah, it is exactly like a prism breaking the direction of light. So it corrects the direction. And, well, how long it takes, you asked. I just wanted to answer right before the song ended. I have to go back on 6th December for a checkup, and then after that maybe I can get a prescription for my new glasses, but I guess I have to challenge and challenge my eyes and struggle with what I have, because it is a bit of a struggle. And one thought that I had, that since it keeps you in this constant, almost like drunk and dizzy state, it might fool my body as well. Like, I'm in a sleepy state, now I got over it, so there's no sleep for you because you didn't go to sleep on time. Bye. Or maybe it might be the clock changing and all the darkness that we got now, like at 5 or 4, I don't know.
It fucks with your melatonin levels. So,
as you said.
I think that is kind of partially the reason for my stints of insomnia in October, November as well. Then you get used to it after a while.
One thing surprised me a lot, though, that I went for my first sleeping pills of my life, essentially. I got some sort of plant extract thing without prescription, and they said that they only can serve melatonin here only for prescription. Mm-hmm. And that surprised me because you can get it without prescription in Central Europe, so that's a regional
you
thing.
You can get a lot of things without prescription in
But I mean,
Central
it's not
Europe.
Black market thing there. So
we used to have there used to be these. Well, they probably still use these creams and whatnot when you have joints hurting or whatever.
Oh yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
You couldn't get those in Sweden.
Why?
Because they were fairly new and they hadn't been through all the testing needed. You can get them now, but took a few years before we got them.
Sometimes
but melatonin actually surprised me that it needs to be through prescription.
Yeah, it surprised me a lot as well, because that's the first thing that I wanted to get, but eventually you cannot get it, so it doesn't work like that. Anyway, hope that you guys are not having such problems. So it's always, it's always a struggle, but I didn't know that it can be such a struggle, to be honest. So, yeah.
The first year went fine, but I did tell you last year that, I'm probably going to feel the effects of this darkness next year or the year after.
Yeah, but still, it's like, I don't know what correlation is between the new glasses and, not new glasses, the prism layer and all of that. So, yeah, you never know. It might be like
a combination.
Thing. Yeah, indeed. So, I think it's time for a song. Commi64. Communist? or just
Commodore.
Commodore.
It was usually called the Commi.
Okay.
As the Spectrum was called the Specky.
Well, okay. I was just asking. Kumi64 says, Hey Ziona and Slaygon, can I have Dusty with the last V8 metal tribute? Thank you. Sure. Delivered.
Sure.
Sure. Not whatever. Dusty and the last V8 metal tribute.
Where's the foodly-dum?
Foodly-dum.
And some kind of abruptly like my compo edits sometimes
That's
do.
what I wanted to say. You don't say, you don't complain if you do such songs as well.
Of course I can complain.
Yeah, you can, but...
I didn't say mine are good to end like that, so I can complain.
Okay, yeah, you can complain. Yeah, it was a bit short song anyway, but it's a nice work from Dusty as usual.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Rocking hard.
Rocking hard. And for those that are waiting for the pictures of Bit Live, they are coming. Martin, hi, because he asked me just at the start of the show.
Shetil actually posted some pictures on the c64.com group.
Excellent.
Just as we started the show.
Excellent. That's good. That's always good to see. And I'll have a look later on. And we will post our pictures as well. But you have to wait for it a bit. Unfortunately, since we were overloaded with everything, partially that is why we didn't have a show last week. Because, after 4 days of not sleeping, I kind of didn't think that it's a good idea to do that.
It would have been fun. Would have sounded like two idiots high on something.
Well, I felt basically like I'm high all the time, like the entire day. But yeah, it's not in a good way, because some people might think it's good. No, it's not good. You don't want to do that. I had I was joking. No, not really joking. Back in time, I didn't, not that back in time. back in time a few years ago, like 10 or 15 years ago, I didn't really know how an insomnia looks like. And I had a colleague who had severe insomnia. And I was just telling him that, well, actually, you have more hours of the day to do things. That must be good. But yeah, I didn't really count on the feeling how you have an overall feel. Meanwhile, you do your things. It's just not, it didn't occur to my mind that it might be so difficult. So yeah.
You're not your most productive version of yourself.
No. No, and you recently saw a documentary about sleeping, and he got so scared.
Oh, yeah. It's not a documentary. It was a podcast, actually.
A podcast,
the,
sorry.
Joe Rogan podcast. Whatever it's called. Joe Rogan Experience or whatever. But he had this dude that studies sleep or has studied sleep for like decades now. And talked about the effects of not sleeping. And it kind of, scared the shit out of me.
Well, it was high time, to be honest. Because he's usually very easygoing with his sleeping cycles and all of that.
Well, it's not the sleeping cycles as when you sleep, but how much.
Yeah, you were easygoing with that too.
Yeah, it's the how much part that has always... I wasn't very easygoing. You make it sound like it's bad. I always slept a lot, but not in kind of regular hours.
Okay. Well, no, definitely not.
No, definitely not.
That I can confirm. Definitely not. So, yeah. It's a great thing when you can catch up later on, at least after the weekdays. But if you're not able to do
that's if you lose 2 hours of sleep, apparently, you can only kind of gain back one of those hours. At
one
most.
of those? Oh, how do you know that?
Because of this podcast I was listening to.
Aha, right, okay. So you think everything that they told should be like that? I mean, I think
he has studied the fucking thing for some 15 or 20 years or whatever the fuck it was. So yeah, he has seen the effects of all of this. And if you study something that long, maybe you know what you're talking about.
Okay, point taken. Definitely. I don't know what Lord Evil is laughing at. Joe Rogaine.
Rogaine is that's actually funny for two reasons. Rogaine is that cream or whatever it is that you put on your scalp to make hair grow back, and Joe Rogan actually used that for quite a while because he was so afraid of going bald. Now he's bald like a fucking bowling ball, but yeah.
Okay, that's always something to learn, at least. Christian Bush via YouTube had a request and wants to send it for Gizmore, I suppose, it looks like. And it's Nada and Gremlins.
You don't need to suppose, he actually said that.
Yeah, of course. But first, when I looked at the title of the remix, it looked like
no, I meant
it can be
for Gizmore.
Aha, okay. It looked like it was part of the title of the remix, you know?
Aha.
So for someone, and yeah, it's just to have a check. Anyway, here comes Nada and Gremlins to the new batch. You do know that tissue was audible from the microphone.
Yes. It's not my fault you opened the microphone.
There we go again.
You have all the control in the world.
All the control in the world. And
Yes.
I offered you to exchange places so you can drive the show, but he doesn't want to.
No,
Why?
I'm driving all this other shit here.
Yeah, you like to do the background job.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very nice visualization there, by the way.
Yeah, that I didn't do. I borrowed it off of some website called Dadim. DADIM.
Yeah. Yeah.
A dive.in or something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, gonna have a look if I can implement something locally like that. It's using the web audio API.
Okay.
Very nice.
Nice.
Yes.
And you did quite a few nice animations, by the way.
Yeah, I was working on one last night, but didn't really finish it, unfortunately.
He even posted to Slay Radio's Facebook page, and I was already sleeping.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I didn't even know.
You were very much sleeping, which was nice.
Yeah, that
So
was
was-
very nice.
Yeah, I was trying to be very quiet, so as not to wake you up, but due to the insomnia and all that shit. So,
No, it's fine. I was really fine last night. Hope it will continue. The only thing is that hope it will continue.
yeah.
Yep, and am I allowed to play Dunderpatrullen?
Hipp hurra, här kommer... Nej, that's Bumbibjörnarna. What the fuck is Dunderpatrullen?
Well, you should look that up because it sounds like you should know it better than I do.
Yeah,
so
it's a commercial song anyway, so that's a no. I thought I could sing a little bit of that, but yeah.
Immortal, you have to put up with this right now. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We are so sorry.
Let's see.
Top 64 asked on IRC, what is that all the people are gathering here? What's happening? Free TCP packets?
Yep.
Yep, partially. And as I said, trust me on this, we also don't know. But they come for a reason, probably.
It's all the free packets.
And many people are still nostalgic about Back in Time Live.
Yeah.
I'm too.
Yeah. It's a bit of a downer when something like that ends. You got this post event blues kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was fun, even though I did forget one of the cameras over there. Bored. Very nice of him to send it back to me.
Did you receive it?
Yeah, it's the one sitting right there, looking at you right now. So
right. Okay.
that
When
is
did
the
it
one.
arrive?
Friday last week.
How much time it took from Norway?
I think about a week. It was a regular letter type thing,
Well, not too bad.
like a jiffy bag.
Okay.
thing.
Nice. Not too bad, not too bad. So hopefully Signify guys will receive the second part of their prize soon as well, if they haven't received yet.
I think they should have. If they sent the thing, then probably yeah.
Yeah, and as I saw with the new song that they uploaded to RKO, currently they are at the 8th place of all-time charts. So they are not able to make anything that is not within the top 10. That's it. This is the second remix Squad.org upload from them, and the first one ended up with all-time favorite first for a while, and now they are just 8. Only 8 of 4,000.
Yeah. And speaking of rankings and whatnot, Dusty's last V8 is currently the best last V8 out there.
Oh,
Better than mine even.
no, but you did a light force that ended up being very good.
Yeah, still, but I was talking about the rankings of last V8.
Yeah, okay, I
So
understand.
his is first, and then it's Lukáš second, and then mine is third. I think my Light Force is actually third or something. Let's see.
I think it was third last time when we spoke about it. At least.
Let's see. Yes, it is. Mordis is second, rightfully so, and Marcus Schneider's is at the top.
What a nice top 3 there.
Yes.
We should play some of those, maybe, if someone
should.
requests them. Definitely
Yes,
we should.
If someone requests.
And someone else also requested. Sorry for forgetting to update the stream title 2 songs before. By the way, I know it's like now everything remains in the video as we did it. So if I forget about it, unfortunately, we cannot do anything later on.
Well, I forgot about it too because I could have updated, but I didn't pay attention. So
Anyway, sometimes you can just have a look. And
yes, sometimes I do,
yeah.
but now I didn't.
yeah, obviously
That's
Murphy's
what
Law.
forgetting means.
Is it now? I forgot what forgetting means.
Oh, what did you say?
Never mind. Farmandox had a request. He wants to hear Cynerd and Triptych 1.01. And yep.
Oh, Psych Nerd.
Psych Nerd. What did I say?
Psy Nerd.
Okay, Psych Nerd. I'm so sorry.
I said, what? Is that a
Mind.
new artist or something?
Yeah.
Like,
Psych Nerd.
PSI Nerd, you know, Psy Nerd. Like psychic powers.
Oh my god. Okay. Stefan Gervais. No, probably it's even worse because I don't have a good French pronunciation. So let's go with this. Are you just adjusting the camera?
I am, because the 64 wasn't visible on the overhead camera. Now you at least see a few keys from it. I thought that was better.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Always nice. Anyway, thank you for adjusting it. You are completely the visual guy for this entire show now.
I'm so visual.
You are very visual. And this is kind of funny because I'm the designer, but I have, I have things to do with the promo, but nothing else nowadays. So.
Well, you will soon.
Will I?
Yeah, the homepage and stuff.
Oh, the homepage. Oh, yeah, it's like, I don't know who said that it's a disaster.
Someone said that.
Of course, it is a disaster. We
It's
are
not a
aware
disaster.
of that.
It's not a disaster. It's just slightly outdated.
Outdated, very outdated, and we are well aware of that, and it will happen, but we have 24 hours a day, and the thing is that it doesn't use any WordPress or anything because Slaygon likes to keep it clean. Therefore, it needs a lot of hacks and things to change the layout a little bit.
Well, right now, yes, because me, Boz, and Hannah sat for a weekend, and Boz did most of the work for the webpage, and I built the back-end stuff, and Hannah's built the bot stuff over a weekend. So it's going to be rushed, and it's going to have some ugly hacks in there.
Well,
So,
for a weekend job, it's not too bad.
No, it's not. But the plan was to have it as a temporary thing, because that was right after the big crash. So that was just to get a homepage out there. So yeah, it's still the temporary page, 5 years after. Haven't had time to do anything with that, so okay. We'll fix it at some point.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is, and it will change. But since we are a retro radio station, maybe people will forgive this little thing, since, retro design, retro radio station.
Yeah, and
we can always use this as an excuse for a while.
We do have day jobs to go to and stuff, and we kind of do these shows. And I went out of focus. Hello, hi, hey, hi.
You get so blurry.
And we have day jobs and do other stuff, like some remixes every now and then, and a few shows here and there, and time flies.
Time flies indeed, and Andriška has joined, my very good friend, who is he's my friend for 20 years now, I think. Yes, it's 20 years. It's been 99 since we have met first at a demo scene party at Budapest, yes.
99.
Yes. He's like a brother.
He's like a brother.
Yeah, all those old friendships, they are good.
Hello, Andriška.
Yep. Wonder how busy he is. Taken by the kids. Abducted by the kids.
Yeah, it's a perfect opportunity to throw headphones on. Just ignore all the screaming and yelling.
Yeah, but they have built-in filter already for screaming and all of that.
So perfect.
Yeah, I mean, after a while, it's kind of happening in everyone's head, I guess. You can talk about this more probably than I do, but I even noticed on myself when I visited my godson, on Sunday. Oh, yeah, because I was at the weekend. By the way, I was in Hungary. So if I'm not busy enough, I also travel to visit my family and some friends at some point. And I had just had a quick visit because I was mostly with my family. I had a quick visit at my godson's place, and then I came back here, and the two kids were loud, a little loud, but it's okay. They
generally are.
I mean, it's okay. My ears are tolerating it, so I did not have a problem with that. But
try doing that 24/7 for, I don't know.
That's my worry.
A while.
That's my only worry. I don't know how I would cope with that. Probably I would, because certainly I would, I think. But it is challenging, and I always had the most and utmost respect for everyone who keeps up. Obviously, they keep up because they have to, but...
Yeah, you don't really have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I have high respect for parenting because I think it's amazing, and it's just really something you have to respect the most. So it's amazing. Anyway, we have Ziduder, who says, "Hey guys, happy Thursday. I would like to request my favorite Bombo Tune 1 city, either the original SID or Rhino Hand, a la Nexus 6581-2, or whatever you think is best works too. I'm not picky, thanks." Yes, and at one point we should really tune into your show as well, because we are kind of passive listeners. We don't really appear on chat most of the time when this happens, but we really should be more active, I think. So
yeah, and again, time,
yeah, exactly. So sometimes we are completely like brain dead in the evening, so everything that you can do is just sit back. We understand all of you who just sit back, relax and listen, because yeah, it happens. And yep, I picked the Rhine and from the album Nexus 6581-2, Bombo Original by Ben Teglish.
Boomerang. Doom.
That was a good timing, I should say.
Yes, it was.
So what are your tactics to warm yourself up? Because you are, well, quite often cold, I'd say.
My
More
tactics.
often than I am.
Since usually you get warm like a little bit after you have eaten, not right after, because then you actually get a little bit colder because you need to process all of that.
Oh, okay.
But for me, it takes about an hour after I have eaten. But since I only eat once a day, that poses a slight problem. So the tactics is get an AC and crank it up to max. Or get one of these, Dyson fan, crank it up to max. Or get floor heating, crank it up to max.
Or you just get a proper heater, crank it up to max.
Yes. Before I got the AC and before I got the Dyson, I actually we have what's it called? Fjärrvärme. Never mind. The heater in the house. I cranked it up to max, and that was kind of good enough, but it cost a little bit. As soon as the needle dropped below 0, it got really expensive. So the AC is gonna save a lot of money, because now we can just heat up the room we are in. And that's good.
Yeah, to me it's weird to think of that, because for a while I was thinking that it might mean more cost if you use the AC. And well, I don't know how it works. Of course, Sweden has different prices also for energy.
Yeah, but the reason it gets cheaper is because you can't control with a heater for the house. You can't control if you crank it up. It's going to crank it up in all the rooms. Now I can just leave it on basically on neutral. So the rest of the house is a bit colder, but the room we are in, i.e. the living room, most of the time it gets heated by the AC. So, yeah.
Yeah, okay, makes sense, totally. So, and for me, this thing is more difficult because one thing I just cannot do anything with is the cold feet. The cold feet, that is a constant thing during winter. And, well, there are two things that I can
That's
do
why
with
we have these.
Yes, exactly. So one of the recommendation from my end would be
get a mother who can knit socks.
Yes, knitted socks, like the thick socks. They are amazing, especially if they leave a little bit of space next to your feet, because
they need to breathe.
Yes, they need to breathe, because if they are too tight, then they don't work that well. But if they can breathe, they are amazing at keeping the heat in. So that is one thing that works for me. And the other thing is I just put my feet to Slaygon. And he suffers from it, obviously.
Yeah, she always pushes her feet under my ass, so I'm kind of sitting like tilted half an evening.
So that works too. If you have someone who has
bony ass.
proper blood circulation, that should help. Or the third part is to have a hot shower. Sometimes I just don't have any other choice but the hot shower. So I don't know, when I'm not with you, I don't know, on trip or whatnot. On a trip to my family, I mean, before you start to love. Then of course I don't have you around, and I might not take my thick socks because I have usually the small bag with me. So that means hot shower, and that's the only chance.
Yeah, when it's really cold in the wintertime, I usually get up earlier, like an hour and a half earlier, and take a really hot bath.
Yeah, that's wonderful too. My God, yeah.
And Colin Dooley has a bit of an addendum regarding the AC. He says it's cheaper because it's a heat pump, not a resistive element. Short version, it transfers energy from the outside the house to inside the house instead of creating new energy.
Yeah, that's a good short version. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
There we go.
Times change. Well, maybe there was one point when the air conditioning was more expensive. maybe not anymore. So definitely it makes sense. And Lord Evil had a request that was requested before. It was Dusty's last V8 because he came too late. So I was thinking, what if we play some other Dusty track for him instead? Maybe Delta, because Delta is also a very requested a very requested track. So how about Delta? Would it do?
I think that sounds nice.
That sounds like a good idea. No, you don't have lipstick.
Not anymore, because I wiped it off.
Oh, come on. That's not that big deal. I like to use lipstick that doesn't stick on your face. Or, well...
So it falls off. Like tears in rain.
I like long-lasting ones, you know. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh.
Please don't sleep. We are not finishing this show yet.
No, we're not. I'm just watching this 3D visualization, the webpage I told you about. I'm actually feeding it the audio source, so it should be reacting.
And does it? It looked like it does, but...
It does, yes.
Then again, what I hear is not in sync with the Facebook
that
I see.
That's what I actually checked with our voices now, so it does actually do that.
Okay, excellent.
It's lagging slightly for some reason, but never mind.
Well, I'm pretty sure if someone wants to do a 2-hour stripping for these animations during the music, they still can, even if it's not in perfect sync. I mean, I never watched those visualizations for 2 hours, but I heard that some people do, so
yeah,
that's
I do
fine.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
it's
that
fun.
can work.
It's like meditation, or sort of sense.
Oh, like this thing that my brother fell in love with like fairly recently, and I forgot the name, but I will look that up for you because that was like a really interesting thing that I just recently learned. That might mean that I'm old and I haven't heard it before, but hang on a minute. This is a kind of YouTube thing, a trend that started around 2010, and it's a sort of relaxation. And people tend to talk to you like whispering.
What is it called? Start with that.
Yes, so
ASMR or something like that?
Yeah, ASMR, I think. Yes, it's exactly ASMR, and yeah, he started to watch those videos, and I had no idea at the weekend when I heard like the whispering coming from YouTube. What's going on? Like
creepy.
Like he's watching a whispering girl or whatnot, and then it turns out that this thing is relaxing the body, and it was invented for kind of having a sensation to when you are listening to the whispering, having a sensation like running through your skin and all of that because you are listening to the whispering. It's very interesting
kind
in
of
that
like
sense.
When someone caresses your hair or whatever.
Exactly.
Strokes your hair, that sort of thing.
It's a really interesting thing.
The video you showed me earlier, that I don't know, that seemed like a psychopath would watch, because it was some girl dressed in this surgeon's outfit with a mask and talked about what was it, cutting or whatever. It's like, what the fuck is this?
On behalf of my brother, thank you. But the thing is that it's well, yeah, it's. I sort of understand the thing, and it's called ASMR, Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, and it's a relaxing, often sedative sensation that begins on the scalp and moves down the body. So it kind of surprises you how many things are available on YouTube from like all those years. I haven't heard of it, and it's like
me
out
either
there.
until today. And Michael Wilhagen says that the ASMR thing with those whispering ladies makes him kind of aggressive.
Yeah, that's kind of the opposite effect.
Yeah.
This is not what they aimed for, but yeah, it's
well, maybe it is.
yeah, but
Maybe
my
it's
brother is really
Russian troll
amazed by
farms.
that.
Maybe it's Russian troll farms trying to get everyone angry.
That might be, yes. And back to the previous topic for a moment. I came home with a new jacket again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
what can
like-
warm you more than a new feather jacket?
Yeah. Last time she got a new coat, she said that, now I have enough coats for the rest of my life. So I had to, of course, ask her if she was planning to kind of radically
This
alter
is still
the
true.
length of her life somehow, or was she picking some burial suit out, or what's going on here?
Yeah, I don't really know. I have a thing for coats, probably. Yeah, but that we know that I do. But it was so beautiful. I just cannot left it there. I'm sorry. So I told to Slaygon that I'm sorry. I'm with a coat. If you won't let me in, I understand. But it's your choice. Never mind. And yes, a good coat can also keep you warm, especially feather coats. But there is one issue with the feather coats. The feathers come out from most of them.
Yeah.
More or less. There are some coats that are more like really literally. I'm struggling with if I should give away one of my coats or
Just one? How many do you have?
no. The problem is with that one that it really like releases the feathers everywhere, and it's so beautiful, and I just don't want to get rid of it because it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's like walking in on a girl kind of a sleepover with a pillow fight.
Yeah, where you have like half of your dandruff or your I don't know, your when you wear those, so you have to be careful with that. But other than that, they are really nice and they keep you warm.
Yeah. Same principle with those as with the knitted socks, by the way. Have air cushions in there. That's what the feathers do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so nice.
Yeah.
But there are alternatives for that as well,
Well, of course there are.
like Primaloft or something that is called. Yeah,
And what is that?
it's well, basically it has the same function like feathers, but I think it's like small fillings that they put into the it's a feather alternative basically, and it doesn't come out from the coat, which is good. So
Well, the principle is the same.
yeah, kind of. But anyway, I don't have a Primaloft coat. I have feather coats now, several of them. Never mind. Yeah,
Yes, you do have
I
several
try
of
not
them.
to get more, I promise. Let's play a request.
Yes, let's.
So, Stuart Caller via Facebook will be very happy because now we have even 2 requests coming up. I'm just telling you. Because he asked, can we get a bit of Lagerfeld? Yes, we can. Lagerfeld is always good. And since I thought that we have 2 requests ahead in that sense, I would first play that one that is called Angel, and it says Merry Christmas, because Christmas is coming, and right now we are not able to avoid the fact that it's like several weeks and it will be here, and yes, there will be Christmas music on the
Carnage.
streets. What?
Carnage.
Carnage?
There will be carnage.
Carnage.
Yeah. Slaughter. Carnage.
Yeah, Christmas slaughter. Yes, there will be things related to that, and either you love it or either you are annoyed by it. It still will happen, but I think Lagerfeld is always good, even if it's related to Christmas, so I can play this.
Angel, call my name, I will answer you right away. Angel, take my hand, we can fly away to La La Land today. To La La Land today. Angel, call my name, I will answer you right away. Angel, take my hand, we can fly away to La La Land today. To La La Land today.
Bass drum action.
don't you think we have enough lights here
Nope.
already?
Nope.
No,
It's,
we don't.
No.
Okay.
The lights are already there on the keyboard. Talking about the where is it? There you have a picture on the keyboard in front of you. It's a Native Instruments contact thing. It has these LEDs for the keys, and they can switch colors. So I thought I could make them scroll or whatever, so it would be visible on the overview camera that people are seeing right now.
The overview camera.
Yes,
Okay.
so if you look at the video stream, you will see that I am switching right there. So on that one.
Wow.
But yeah, would look nice if you kind of could scroll through a bunch of colors, and preferably if it would be possible to choose colors, make it scroll with the Commodore colors.
Nice. You are twisting and turning these things, and you add more and more visual effects to all these things, and
It's
just
fun.
yeah, it feels funny that you can just watch a radio show.
Yeah, and there we go.
A radio show with visual effects. Oh my god, this is all what we need. No, we don't. Yeah, it's yeah, but that's the thing, that without the light, it feels a little bit like it's a bit sleepy here, you know? Or is it my glasses? Maybe.
Probably your glasses.
Now I cannot really determine this, unfortunately. I mean, I like when it's slightly dark, like when there is a pleasant amount of light and it's not in your face. That is always helping.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hate direct light when it just, you know, you have the light bulb and it's like within your viewport, so
Yeah.
to speak. And I really hate that.
Yeah.
Like, put something in front of it, damn it, because it just bothers your view. And you cannot do anything. Well, at least I cannot. But that's why I tell you, turn off that freaking light next to us sometimes.
Yeah,
when
because
we are
it's
in the
right.
living room.
It's right in your eyes.
Yeah,
Usually.
but it doesn't bother you. I don't know how it doesn't bother you.
Because it's right at the like 180 degrees or 90 degrees rather.
It's out of your perspective. Okay,
yeah,
but it's not out of mine. So
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Mm.
okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. And people, now you have still opportunity to put in requests, because it seems like we have some slots. So that's good.
We do have quite a few slots. There's an hour and a half left of the show, and lots and lots of songs we can play. So throw in your requests on slayradio.org under live, make request, give thanks.
Yep. And Alien, who we know that it's elk. It's from the elk right now. Elk.
Yeah, Elia. In Swedish, but it's not spelled in Swedish. It's not spelled with an E, but with an A. I think Eli is spelled with an E in Danish and Norwegian.
Yeah, but the pronunciation is still correct, right?
Yes.
Ah, all those Scandinavians. Okay. So Alien says, I'm working late again. But if you play Lagerfeld's mix of R-Type, it will be a lot easier to get through. You guys. Love you guys. Yes, we love you too. And since we played Lagerfeld before, I thought that it would cheer you up if we play the second Lagerfeld tune right after each other now. So why not? R-Type Doppelganger Summer Remix.
Wee-hoo-hoo.
One man and his ship on a mission to save the galaxy. R-Type.
Blink, 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 blink. Blink, 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 blink.
Then all those years and I'm still not bored at this song.
Yep, it's a good one.
Yeah, it's a very good one. And it's a... I know you will hate me for this, but I should say it's an evergreen one.
Yeah, it is apparently a thing in the English language as well. I did
Evergreen?
Yeah, I just never had heard of it.
Aha, okay. That's
I've never,
excellent.
I never heard anyone say that. So
What
I
would
don't
be the equivalent English expression once again for this that you've heard of?
can't remember now.
Oh, okay. That's great because, well, I mirror translated it from Hungarian. I'm so sorry. I tend to do that, and he hates that, by the way. But it's just so difficult sometimes. You just have to get a counterpart of what you want to say, and then you realize there's no counterpart. And then you have to express it on a different way, and it's such a disappointment.
Yeah, I know. I've been through that before.
I know you've been through that, but you are after that, and now you're educating me about that.
Yeah, I meant with going from Finnish to Swedish. I thought because Finnish is also in the same way Hungarian is, that they have a lot of words to describe shit. And then you don't have certain of those words that you have grown accustomed to using.
Yeah.
Think, there's no word for this. What the fuck are you insane people?
Exactly.
What's wrong with you?
Exactly. Thank you. Finally. Ninja DNA asks on the IRC, Ziona, did you play all the new Fast Loaders tunes already? No, we haven't played Fast Loaders today. There is a way to request it, So we definitely can play some Fast Loaders. And do you know the status of the upcoming videos that might... Because
No, I haven't heard anything. Actually, I think Jarle made an update to the Amiga Rocks Kickstarter and included part of one of those videos. It was looking really nice. He got hold of even more camera angles from other people. So he's including a lot of those in there as well.
Excellent.
But exactly how those will be distributed and all that, I do not know.
Okay, yeah.
Most likely not going to be the entire concept, though.
Well, okay, we will see. But if you have bagged Fast Loaders at Amiga Rocks, then you can definitely count on something. And I have a feeling that maybe later on some parts might be available as well, but not the entire
Yeah,
material.
most likely.
I don't know.
I'll have a talk with Jarle and see where we land with that.
Yeah, he's a bit of a perfectionist.
A bit.
A bit, just a slight bit, yes. But Amiga Rocks got funded, yes. I said it right now.
Yes.
Founded.
Funded.
Not founded.
Funded.
Funded. And of course, as usual, by Kickstarter projects, it happened the last days. Was it the last day? Yes, it was the last day. I think so.
Yeah, last 20 hours or something like that, I think it was.
Yeah, that's what usually happens. I don't know why, but they got funded, so it will happen, and it's going to be amazing. We can count on that, so looking forward to that. Martin asks, speaking of videos, what about Ziona's second set? It was even longer and nicer as far as I'm concerned. Than the one on Friday.
I think I'm gonna upload that this weekend, I think.
Yeah, I think, it would be great to have or provide the track list for that. And he needs some work from my end as well.
Yeah, so this weekend you will have some time to do that before we upload it, or after we upload it, or whatever.
Yeah, but they were equally long, Martin. It was like both of the evenings were 2.5 hours. And the reason why I didn't upload the second part of Friday even yet, because I have a home version of that mix, not a live version, and the home version, well, it's even better because the live version has some glitches, And I thought that I might upload the live version as it is.
Oh, look who's the perfectionist now.
No, not the live version. Sorry, the homemade version.
Yeah, but look who's the perfectionist now.
I know. It's just,
Who
yeah.
cares? It was live. It has glitches. It happens.
Yeah, but I don't like the fact that I fucked up the most beautiful transition that I did before. And it was something really great when I did it at home. So, no, sorry. I will upload the home version. And the Saturday one will be uploaded as well in separate sections, most probably to Mixcloud first, because I will make sure that the separate sets of that entire evening will be separate.
Yeah, the one we upload on the Slay Radio page will be what you did live.
Yes, I know. It will be just that 3 hours, whatever. So all in one. But of course, I want to tag them up properly and the track list and all of that. Because believe it or not, when you have about 1.5 minutes of one track playing, sometimes you don't have time to update the stream titles, which happened when I was going live, and in the video it's kind of visible that some stream titles are not updated, but that's why we have to put and provide the stream title properly under the video. It has started. I start to speak Polish now. Yeah. So yeah, that's it was the same length.
And Marcel joins us. Hello, Marcel.
Hi, Marcel. And yeah, Martin, I finished slightly after 2 a.m., but I think it was rather 2:30. And
Yeah,
no,
something like
I
that.
didn't keep going until 3 a.m. You don't remember, right? Because the bar was closing at 2:30, so we had to finish earlier than 3 a.m. So maybe you were just lost in music, which is completely understandable. I was too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. So that's how it works. Oh, and guess who is with us? Our beloved nasty Boswank.
Nasty wank.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Bring out your tissues.
Yeah, exactly. Or at least he will bring out his tissues because he wants to hear Hot Mama's Jammer Sid or DHS Bad Girls Need Cock Too. No, I'm not naughty. I just like to take care of vagina. Oh,
Yeah,
okay
so
then.
with Hot Mamas, I need to do this. We start the song.
Yeah, you want to... Yeah, right. Let me know, please. Now...
Oh, it didn't start yet.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, no, not the song.
Yes.
No, it's moaning.
I know. Yes. What a genius. I really like this.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's absolutely you are not able to get bored of it. I think
Not
it's
at all.
just impossible.
Mhm.
Completely.
Yeah, because no mamas are hot.
No mamas are hot.
Yeah, exactly. That's why there's no what is the short term for what is it called? Mothers I like to fuck? MILF.
Yeah, MILF. It's almost like milk, but MILF, you know.
It's like milk with a speech impediment.
Kind of.
MILF. What? You like what now?
That sounded a bit like when I have problem with English because, well, partially I have problem with saying think, like think, because in my own language it sounds like a speech impediment. And I just don't want to speak like that. And technically I can pronounce it, but it's still
Yeah, so
silly.
when you're trying to say filth, essentially you're gonna say filth, which would then be fathers I'd like to fuck.
I never thought of this. But filth. Oh, you filthy. Yeah, never mind. Good night, Shargo. He's going.
Good night.
Good night. Nighty
Sleeping
night.
tights.
Indeed. You get some message from
Yeah,
someone, I'm
I
afraid.
did. I don't know.
Is it important?
I don't know. Usually it's not. New upload on remix.que.org.
That is important.
Wobbler.
You
Wobbler just uploaded dynamic range.
Oh.
Perhaps not in range after all, he says. Subtitle of the song.
If we would be sneaky bastards, we could already play it
Yeah,
before it's released on RKO. But
I can ask him if we can play an exclusive of that.
oh,
Hold on.
what a
I'm getting
nice
hold of it.
idea!
Oh, sorry. There you are. Hello, Mr. Wobbler.
Is he online? By any chance?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? Meanwhile, you ask him, we might play a request. Since Risto said, hi again, this time I'd really like you to play a song that is your today's favorite, Slaygon. How about it?
Yes. That's a good idea. I like a lot of songs, but there was one in particular that kind of grabbed me for various reasons. One was, of course, that it was a version of the same fucking track I did version of for the compo. And that was Morty and Leia with their Light Force. I really like what he did here.
Yeah.
Or they.
Yeah, and by the way, Wobbler is on IRC and he confirmed it's okay. So
I
just
asked him on Facebook.
Yeah, excellent.
And he says, I already answered on IRC.
Haha, he is listening. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So, Morty and Leo and Light Force. Morty, so Morty. And of
so
course,
very Morty.
we recognize Leo's voice from 1,000 as well.
And Morty joins us on YouTube. Hello,
Oh,
hello, party
hi.
people. He says,
Just-
hello, Morty.
Just in time. Just in time.
It's you usually summon Morty by playing one of his tracks.
And sometimes he's just sneaking on IRC. And all
Leia-
of a sudden,
Yeah, and Leia actually joined us on Facebook now as well.
oh,
so-
look at that. Like,
Are you done with your evening business? Eh?
now that you were played, well done job again. So really, really nice, I'd say. And it looks like in the all-time charts you have bet Slaygon. So
That I have what?
in the all-time RKO charts, because you said you are the third and they are the second with
Yeah.
Light Force. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you know, guys. So
Mm-hmm.
just joined. Yeah, and for me it's like really hard to make up my mind because I really like both of them. So it's
Yeah, on the compo itself, I came in second and they came in third, and on RKO they come in second. I come in third. So,
yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
nice.
There's always justice in these things. I won't forget that there was 2016 iRock Party remix competition, and I released Deflector that year, and I asked Vincenzo for mastering help. And the funny thing was that he won the compo, and I came out second. And I thought that, it would be really ugly if I would win the compo, like with his help, and he would end up behind me. And the funny thing is that he can improve so much of a song. So whenever he touched each one of my songs, they
Didn't he-
became like instantly better. Like
Didn't he do mixing as well?
yeah, he
Mixing
did.
and mastering.
Yeah, mixing and mastering. Yeah, exactly. And whenever he gets to it, he just makes amazing things out of good things, like simply good things. And usually we end up like at compos. When I win the compos, he didn't help me out, and I don't know why, because if he helps me out, then the song becomes way better. But for some reason, we never ended up like this. Like when he helped me out, then I ended up like being first. And I think it's just a funny thing because it's very, very obvious that he does a 5-star job and I'm doing a 4-star job, especially on the mixing and mastering part. But yeah, life just happens. So I think there is some justice to that he helped me out, and then I ended up being second behind him, because that is justice. That is how it should work.
Yeah, but with the voting, you mentioned several times on especially Arok and whatnot that you thought there was a big bunch of like name voting going on.
Yeah, I still think so.
So it was kind of nice with the BitLive voting that
Yeah.
it was all anonymous. It was interesting.
I would still promote anonymous voting. Maybe I will just bring it up for the guys. I don't know how much they intend to do anything, because nowadays on demos in parties, they decided to have the authors for some reason on music competitions as well. But I think anonymous voting is always more appropriate, so to speak. So I don't want to win because I'm called Ziona. Seriously, I want to win because you liked my fucking song. That is the point.
Yeah,
And-
your fucking song.
That's the thing. I mean,
Wow.
yeah, because it makes you feel a bit disappointed when you end up
I
like
thought
this.
you were going to say horny.
Are you horny by any chance?
No, I am not. It's just that the things you say kind of easily relate to that sort of thing.
Yeah, I know. I have a tendency to accidentally say such thing, but it's really accidental.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Accidentally.
Ha 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 ha. How about rather playing an exclusive?
That we like.
Yes, that we like.
From the always
Well,
excellent.
let us make up our
wobbly wob.
yes. Let us make up our mind after the song was
Yes,
played.
but I say always excellent wobbler.
Whoop, whoop,
Yeah.
whoop. Yes.
I don't think I've heard many things, if any, of him that are not excellent.
Yeah, so let's have a look.
I like his style.
This is his upload to Archaeo, which is not released yet because it wasn't approved by the several other participants that approve songs. So, this is how it works, by the way. And this is called Dynamic Range. Perhaps not in range after all. Oh, what a lovely one. We loved it.
Yeah, the whistle song. Yeah, he sent me a clip of that fucking Sid, 2 weeks ago or something? Or a week ago?
Oh.
I can't remember. Anyway, I just so much remember that because I was sitting right next to Shape. So I thought, what is that called? It's just, I don't know, this weird kind of association chain to to find the Sid eventually. But yeah, the whistle song, the only realistic whistle I've ever heard done on a Sid.
Yeah, it's really lovely. We loved it, and Michael Wildhagen also said that it's instant love after 3 seconds, which I can definitely relate to. Yeah, I think we have some common traits there in the terms of loving music. So
yeah, and like I said, always excellent wobbler.
yes, so very nice work, Wobbler. Looking forward to be released. I mean, looking forward for this song to be released. Oh my God, I phrased it finally. Oh my God, yeah, applause and all of that. We have to make this effect thing going on to be so much more fancy.
Yeah, need to have an effect box somewhere. Or map the jingle player to the nano pad over there.
And you just have to hook up my machine because now I have an entire podcast bundle.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, we certainly should look into doing that. And I realized we actually have already done that to a certain extent.
Yes, because you created that web page for the jingles.
No. For your machine.
For my machine?
Yeah. If you have hooked up your focus right there, the Scarlett.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, we can use the this one now.
Can we?
Yes. And then whatever sound you play on your machine, you can pipe it through the Scarlett and you can play music from it.
If you say so. That's cool. I thought that we are not able to do that with the new setup.
Oh, we are.
Yep, that's cool. That sounds great. Armadox had a second request.
Oh, did he? What did he request?
Yeah, he requested Yogi Liliadal and Beatle Mix 99.
Oh.
And
Yoger came up with a USB stick to the table when we were at the Bit Live, like looming over the table. Here, could you play this? I will try to squeeze it in somewhere. Got busy. His new remix that he now uploaded to RKO Chronicles was on there. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't get to play that there.
We didn't get to play that there.
No, we got busy kind of doing a broadcast and stuff.
But we can play it maybe now.
No, because Armadox had a request of something else by Yoger, which is what we're going to play.
And your policy applies to the live shows as well.
What policy?
If we play something from someone, we cannot play another thing.
Well, it's just a thing.
We played Lagerfeld twice.
It's not a policy, but...
But a policy.
Yeah. No,
it's not a policy, but
it's not a policy. It's just something to loosely adhere to.
Yeah, I appreciate and respect that a lot because I think it is always nice to set up some sort of rules like that. Otherwise, it can get into a disaster later on. Anyway, this is from the album The Wanderer, which Yogir made in '99. It appears so. So let's have a listen. Yes, it's done. And yes,
I didn't have my headphones on. It just sounded like it went really quiet.
yes, it did because it was done. But it's a really
Uh-huh.
nice song. Thank you for the request, Armandox. And you said too late. Play the other thing. I'm sorry. We already started to play this thing, so we won't stop playing this thing. But
So we played
maybe
that thing instead of the other thing.
that thing instead of the other thing. But we might be able to play the other thing as well. Maybe soon. We will see. That's it. Yeah, he says he got a fever. The only prescription is more cowbell. Yeah, do you hear it, cowbell? He is also with us, by the way. Master of cowbells. You can also always ask for more cowbells from Master of Cowbells. I'm pretty sure he would be happy to help you. Otherwise, he wouldn't choose
Or
this
he can,
thing.
yeah, or he could delegate because he's the master of the cowbells.
Exactly. And if he says he's a master of it, and the thing is here, it's very interesting. Tractor is putting some cue points on itself now. Here,
Yeah.
like there are some points in the track that he indicates that probably you can start to play the song from there, like automatically. Wow,
Cool.
that is cool indeed.
I had no idea.
Well, I'm going to have a look later on.
What song is that?
That's right now Matt Gray is playing in the background with the Sewers main theme, but I created a loop of that, so that is what we use for bed at the moment.
Uh-huh. Maybe it remembers the loop points or something. I don't know.
No, I didn't set any,
Uh-huh. Okay.
so that is the program itself.
yeah, maybe.
It just
I don't know.
it does everything for you. It next step is that it does the mixing for you as well, and you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you
On
just
your own.
you just choose the style of songs you want to hear, and it does the rest.
Yeah, exactly. So then there's no challenge anymore
Mhm.
in any live mixing of sorts. But it's so much fun. Yes.
So much fun.
Yeah, when I will get over this busy period, I might do some sort of more like spontaneous mixing shows as well. That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice to get to it at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at some point when we have rewritten the kind of engine for the Slay Radio pages, I can start thinking of maybe doing another flip side or whatever. Because I need some technical help on that show to kind of gather tracks and whatnot.
That sounds excellent. That would be something.
Yeah.
As you
could be
said
fun.
before, it needs a lot of research before you do that. But I like this idea.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Well, why not?
And then you
takes
would
a while to
you
do
would
the
sit
work.
here. You would sit here. You would lead the show, and I will do the background work.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, I'll be the DJ and you be the VJ.
Yeah. Wow. That would be something. Nice. Oh, so many things to learn. Oh my God, that wouldn't happen tomorrow, but maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. There's still plenty of things that needs to be taken care of before we get there, but
Yes,
yeah,
I know.
trying to get to the finishing line with all of those things. So kind of clear the table of shit to do. Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice things to do. It's just you have 24 hours per day. That's
Yeah.
the only obstacle. But other than that, it's really fine. I surprisingly enjoy all of them when I get to them.
Yeah, it's just you need to kind of start, and then once you get started, it's usually fairly kind of you usually have a fairly good tempo and enjoy doing it, but you just need to get started.
Yeah, you do. So, the atheist ninja.
Atheist ninja.
Atheist ninja, yes, is with us. Wants to hear Sonic Wanderer and crazy comments. BitLive in vitro, by the way. So yes, it's still after BitLive thing. And how about just playing it?
I think that might be a very, very good idea. We talked shit for too long. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, Boswank said, Slaygon, Erica, tell me about these relaxing body sensations. Oh, I knew you want to have something like that. So typical.
It's called wanking, and then you relax.
But I guess you do that enough times. So why are you asking us
probably
about
hence
that?
his name, so you know.
Yeah, I'm just assuming here. So, okay, I don't know anything.
Or maybe his name is Boz Wank because he wants to know how to do it. So it's a plea for help, basically. It's just, how do you do that? I hear about this fucking thing every day, but nobody explains what it is.
Well, bad news. I cannot really explain it to you. I'm sorry. Maybe Slaygon can.
Well, it's easy. Imagine holding a microphone. Except lower.
That's it?
Well, that's the start. And then you need to imagine...
shaking the microphone.
Yeah, making a white Russian. So you need to shake the thing.
Hi, Martin, by the way. He did a white Russian recently.
Yes,
so.
and then after shaking the white Russian for a while, you get white Russian.
Oh, wow. I'm beyond words.
Or in his case, you get white Indian.
Well, yeah. Sorry for everyone else. And Michael Kessler says, these sounds always take me back to my youth and are so much more unique than anything around today. Yeah.
Youth? How fucking young are you?
Well, youth is a kind of... I think it can be anywhere between 1 year old and 20, I think.
I'm looking at his profile on Facebook, and he looks, I don't know, 30-ish or something.
Yeah, well, so it can be like anything within the 20 years of time span, maybe even more, like 30. I don't know. Some people remember their 20s like, oh, my youth.
Yeah, so that would have kind of been the case because that track was released in 2005.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, he would have been in his 20s if he's 30-ish now.
That works, I guess. And yeah.
Sorry.
No, you wanted to say something?
I had something to say, but then I forgot.
Oh.
Armando's comments that
He's 45.
that's just bad microphone technique.
Oh my god. So Armandox knows a better microphone technique. That's important to know. And by the way, Michael Kessel answered he's 45. Just
45?
so you know.
Wow, you look 30, man, on your profile picture at least. Congratulations, I guess.
Well, almost everyone in this scene looks younger than they are. I wonder why. But yes, that is a tendency, as I noticed.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. Well.
Oh, that's a 51. Okay,
Oh.
nice.
64. Here we come. When I'm 64.
I know you want to be 64, but you still have around
a few bits and pieces.
a few bits, like 16 years to
Yeah.
get there. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, but when I get to 64, I want to stay at 64.
No, you don't want to stay at 64. That means that you will die then.
No. Because if I die, I'm not 64 anymore. I'm dead.
Well, okay, good point. But okay, well, but there's no such way unless you step out of the time and space continuum, and then maybe you are in a black hole where the time is not spending like it spends here. So never mind. But we have a very interesting request lined up. I0 says that he wants to hear the track with the lowest ID in the database, which is basically the very first track uploaded to RKO, and it was Tim Forsyth. That is so weird for me, isn't it? Forsyth?
No, I believe it's Forsyth.
Forsyth, and Ace 2 98 Club Mix. Ace 298 Club Mix and made by Tim Forsyth, as you say.
Forsyth.
Forsyth, or maybe the Sith from Star Wars, you know? It's like it can be really...
the Sith Lord.
the Lord of the Sith. Siths. Michael Kessel says, "Oh, Ace 2, I had that on cassette."
Oh yeah, and this particular version as well. I remember hearing it the first time. I was like, "Woo! I have to have this on the rotational at once."
At once.
Yes.
Immediately.
It's basically Sid with drums, but still I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's very well done.
Yeah.
And I think there were some other additions as well.
Yeah, there's these chords, synth chords that he adds on there.
And the bass.
But basically the whole thing is just a Sid with those chords, a little bit of extra bass, and some drums. But it's, I think, still really good.
Yeah, it's very nice job, and it's like 20 years has passed, and I think Martin Land asked when this was exactly uploaded, and since, well, start of RKO 2000 June the 28th.
Yeah, that particular one was on the Triad MP3 site, which Kingfisher of Triad ran before Qued created RKO. Mm-hmm. And he picked kind of a bunch from there and uploaded them all at once, and that was in that batch.
Nice. Okay, so even earlier, but officially on RKO it was June 2000.
Yep.
So romantic.
Is it? How is it romantic?
No, okay, maybe not the right choice of words here, but I get like sentimental because it was 3 years later when I put my hands on the first remix. Not entirely 3 years because it was New Year's Eve. So 2.5. Haha.
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 Uh-huh. And how long after that did you find Slay Radio? It was like 2005 or something? I
1 or
think?
2 years, I think, because I might have found it earlier, but I registered in 2005.
Hmm.
So the fact that I registered doesn't mean that I found it then.
No,
but
no.
I don't
Obviously
really.
not, but...
I don't remember, but I have some early IRC logs. Maybe I can just have a look, because I was quite frequently talking on IRC back then, but not on Slay Radio channel.
yeah.
I was there.
Mhm.
And I think that the surroundings and some bunch of friends of mine also knew about it. So that would be interesting to look at some early discussions about, Slay Radio. Oh, really? Oh. All that I remember, though, from that early years, that I was wondering, why is it called Slay Radio? Why is it not called 64 Remix Radio?
It was actually called C64 Radio at first. And the official URL was c64.org/radio.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, Slay Radio is a c64.org sub-project.
Mm-hmm.
And c64.org, of course, being a sensor design thing. So it's all kind of stemming from sensor design and downwards from there.
Downwards.
Yeah.
You went downwards. Yeah, but it's it made me think, and I absolutely didn't know why that radio is called Slay Radio. I had to wait like how many years? Like 13 years to figure this out, because I really didn't identify this. Like, I was looking at the community sometimes, but I didn't identify the people there. I didn't know who is who, and I just had no idea. Your nickname was familiar right at the start, but that was it. So when I started to talk to you, I wasn't aware whom I'm talking to at all. That was also
good.
funny. I guess that was good. Yeah, it was just funny to think of that right now. So, yep.
Yep.
Some sort of organizer.
Yeah, some sort of organizer, whatever.
Some sort of, yeah,
Who
whatever.
cares?
Exactly. No, I care. It's just it's just funny to think of those things. And I think what?
Conrad said on Facebook, switch to Slay Radio from Nectarine for live shows. Had same concerns about Slay part as Ziona.
What are they slaying here?
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm a big fan of MMA, so I kind of follow Bellator and Cage Warriors and UFC, of course. So I was actually thinking of putting on a Slay Radio t-shirt and going on one of those events and having a microphone and interviewing them, because they would assume it has something to do with MMA.
Look at that. Yeah.
And then ask them like, so what's your favorite computer? They go, what the fuck are you on about? Aren't you gonna ask me how I knocked that guy out or something?
And it would be even more surprised if one of them would say Commodore 64.
Yeah. What was
Or
your favorite
really.
game? International Karate. What? Oh, cool. Fellow human being here.
Lol. Yeah, that would be fun. And I think our beloved Wanker deserves a second request.
Oh, he does he?
Yeah, he
What
always
did he
does.
do to deserve that?
Well, he's just being himself. But the thing is that it would be a request that is really fitting his kind of everything that he does. Well, figure out which one it
Befitting
is.
him.
Everything that, yeah, exactly. Dr. Ficalover, DHS, obviously, and you should figure out from here.
Bad girls need, I don't know,
Of course,
vagina
what
too.
else? No, not
Whatever.
vagina.
I don't know.
Just love.
Well, he probably wrote some weird shit like that.
girls need love too. Come over here. Give me your hand. Ooh, you are a bad boy, aren't you? What's your name? What's your fantasy? You're gonna have to tell me what to do. You're gonna have to show me what to do. I'm a very kinky girl. I'm a very kinky girl. Should I get on all fours? Should I get on my knees? Do you like it hard? Do you like it fast? Or do you like it slow and soft? I've never done this before. I've been very good. I've been such a good girl. What's my reward? Do I get a treat now? Wow, that's a really big piece of hardware. May I please lick it? Oh my god, you are the best. I want to be on top. I want to feel your body. I want to do this all night. I'm a very kinky girl. I'm a very kinky girl. I've been a bad girl. Ooh, I've been very bad. You can put it anywhere you want. There. Ouch! You got it in my eye. We may need to grab a towel. Oops. Okay, you're a kinky one, aren't you? Come on, you dirty boy. Let's get you into the shower.
I wonder what were the circumstances of this recording when it happened.
You mean a remix?
Yes. Like the girl talking and all of that.
Oh, Good question. it's DHS. Who the fuck knows?
Well, fuck knows.
We should ask him.
Oh yeah, a new interview perhaps.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we interviewed him like what?
2 years.
2 years ago. Yeah, I think it was Halloween. Yeah, so exactly 2 years.
Oh.
And yes, we failed to do a Halloween show because we were so tired. It was last week.
Yeah.
Such a shame. Yeah, but
Yeah, it would
never
have been
mind.
spooky slow.
Spooky slow or spooky tired. I don't know.
It's like a show from beyond the grave. Another song.
Martin said that of course it was recorded live.
Of course.
Of course. I mean, it's very believable, so who knows, right?
Exactly. And Fault Loaf on YouTube says, whilst on the subject, the earlier subject, earliest Sid remix anyone is aware of? That's a good question, but the earliest I remember hearing was in the early 90s on an Amiga.
Oh, wow. That's so lovely. I guess there are no traces of those anymore. I mean, with those remixes.
Well, I guess they're out there
maybe.
somewhere because they were essentially just modules, so they should be somewhere out there.
Mod Archive.
Yeah, exactly. And he says, if I remember correctly, Rob Hubbard may have done a sanctioned remix for magazine cover tape at some point in the 80s. I think that is actually the other way around. He wasn't making a remix of Sanction. It was the original Sanction that he based the Sid on, I think. I might be wrong on that part, but yeah. We could have asked him that when we interviewed him.
Yeah, been a while.
Yeah.
But we have met
we
him.
can actually ask
him.
him in, was it February? When we go to Prague to record the 8-Bit Symphony Pro thing.
Another event to wait for. That is so amazing.
Yeah, I need to have a talk with Chris and see if we could set up some sort of a private stream from there. That would be fun.
Excellent to hear. One thing I hate about this winter time, sure, there is Christmas, so well, at least there is some sort of special happening, but there are like barely any parties or events going on, and there's just nothing to wait for, you know? It's just nothing to look forward to, and
you look forward to summer.
Yeah, but that is like, it's a lot of time. And
yes, it is.
Now that you said the February thing, I'm so happy to look forward to something, right? It's great. And it's not that I don't have many amazing things, but it's always great to have like these events around the year, like BitLive, and then
and in March we go to Marcel's in Venlo.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
So there you go.
Well, there I go. And
Michael Castle says the modules might be on ArmyNet. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Or Mod Archive or something.
Yeah, and he was asking what part of Europe are we both in? We are in Sweden, Gothenburg. So southern part of Sweden.
And we are both in the same room, so
yeah.
What she said.
I'm happy that you confirm. And I'm not in a vacuum dimension somewhere else. So yeah, and we are happy that you found your way to us, because it's always nice to see new faces as well. So
Indeedums.
Yeah, exactly. Most of the people usually know where we are from, but if you just found your way here, of course, it's yeah, I would wonder where you are from as well. So just feel free to share that. And yeah, most of the audience is, I guess, from all around Europe, and some part of audience even further. So I fairly recently spoke with a remixer from Turkey.
Yeah, and Bozwank is from Minnesota, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
In the US.
Few people from the US as well.
From
so
that Trump land, which he loves. He's that Mega Man. Just to have a reference to the 80s again, Mega Man.
Australia. He is from Australia.
Ah, nice.
Wow. Yeah, that's not in the neighborhood either.
From the land of down under. Oh, what is it? From
Yeah,
from
something
the land
like
of
that,
under,
yes.
Down under. What, how the fuck is that rhythm again? Never mind.
Do you come from
It
the
doesn't
land
matter.
down under?
From that's the one. Thank you. From the land with all the fucking poisonous animals, which
Yeah,
apparently
exactly.
is a myth.
It is a myth.
It's a myth. Yeah.
Well, but they are still around.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They are in a unsafe distance.
Yeah, but still, apparently it's not that there's way more of them in Australia than any other part of the world. Sure, there's more like venomous animals than in Sweden, but that's because apparently venomous animals like heat of sorts, I guess. I don't know.
Well, Konrad Kieszkowski, I'm sorry to kind of interfere here. Konrad Kieszkowski, no, we don't forget Poland, but as far as I know, it's part of Europe. So it's, yeah, I definitely include Poland most of the time anyway. So no. Oh, and Michael was on Breakpoint in 2007. I was in 2005. So,
Cool.
wow. Cool. Oh,
And
nice.
Kelly Fox says, hello from Austin, Texas.
Oh,
the,
lovely.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Very
so
nice.
nice to learn that how many places we have people from.
Yeah.
Excellent.
They have one thing in Austin, Texas that I do know of, and that's the Atheist Experience podcast, or the Matt Dillahunty and company over there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Well,
other than that, I know nothing about Austin. Oh yeah, I do actually know. They have a bat cruise apparently, because they have a very big population of bats around there.
Oh.
Apparently one of the largest in the world. So they have these tours. They take a boat out and to see all the bats kind of come out of their caves in the night and do their thing, whatever that is, hunt insects or whatever the fuck they do in the night.
whatever that is. Yeah, and they are so cute, and people are afraid of them.
Yeah, we used to have a little bat in the bathroom in the flat where I was growing up.
A little bat,
Yeah.
like as a pet animal.
Yeah, we had the window open so it can come and go as it pleased, but the laundry line above the bathtub, even after it stopped coming, we assumed it died or something, had these little indentations from where it liked to hang.
Oh, oh, well, lovely. Oh, there are very many dangerous animals and insects in Australia. That's why many stay in the cities.
Yeah, the kangaroo.
That's very promising.
Yeah, the kangaroos don't really like the cities, so that's good. They are very dangerous.
Oh,
Oh,
they are the
they
most
are.
dangerous.
Oh,
What?
they are.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fucking vicious.
My goodness.
Anyway, do you have a track?
Yes, I do have a track I wanted to tell you. Lord Evil wants to hear something Mackay, our choice, and I thought that I could line up something that we don't play very often nowadays. And I think this track is typically, technically not Mackay's best, but I think it has charming parts, and that's why I lined it up. And it's the C64 Megamix of One that he did.
Ah,
So that one.
it's a nice one.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something that I still love about this one.
Indeed. It's a very, very nice one.
Yay!
Yay!
Ninja DNA said, great sexy show. Wow. Wow.
Oh, is it? Mm,
Is it now?
bacon.
Yes, and it appears that it reached its end, so we have time for one more track. Yes, it appears that it's almost 11, and slowly.
Yeah, so lights on, and now we are done for tonight.
That's it? Like, that's it? Seriously? Will you switch off the computers, like, live on air as well?
Yeah, sure, why not?
During playing a song and all of that?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, sure. Who cares, right? Ay.
Nice.
Ay.
Nice. I just saw your reaction to the me switching on the light. Delayed reaction on the stream.
Yeah, it's better not to watch this because it always gets like funny for me as well when I see our screens.
Yeah.
Yes,
but
Armandox, it's sorry.
Yeah, it's just fun when either I look forward and see the delayed thing, or I can just show my profile on the video stream all the time because that's where the monitor is. Because that's where I get the live feed. Oops, sorry.
Oops.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Armandox said what?
Yeah, no. Armandox is asking, is the show already over? Oh.
Yeah, and Michael Wildhagen on Facebook says, shows are too short.
Oh, too short, 3 hours. That is a lot of time. I mean, it's like, yeah, sure, technically everyone could go on for more time, but you end up in the end like with no interest, I think, because it's like there might be a few people who get stuck, but there's
there's
always a beginning.
always stragglers, but if you look at the stats of any show, basically, it's like up to about 2 hours, 50 minutes or whatever, people still kind of hang in there or whatever, and then it kind of steep decline somewhere around that time, and then after 3 hours it kind of drops to even below regular rotational listener counts.
There's a reason why you set up this 3 hours limit.
Yeah.
It's not an accident. So
No.
I also respect that, definitely.
And Jason Park says, 3 hours? Where did that go? Yeah, I asked the same question just now.
People are lovely. They share now the opinions that, way too short. That's so nice. And also share your opinions if you don't agree, because we are always happy to receive some feedback, what we can improve at. Because we won't figure out ourselves. We will just sit here and do our shit. And
As we usually
we might
do.
not, yes, we might not improve if you don't tell us why are we shit. So yes, that is something that I like to emphasize. Anyway.
Indeed. Do an ASMR show, he says.
Oh my
Michael Wildhagen.
Just
whisper.
exactly. Just
Okay,
like
so
this.
let's do an ASMR show the last 5 minutes. And let's wind this thing down a little bit. So let's put you to sleep.
Exactly. You should carry on and caress your eardrums like this. That is so scary. It's creepy.
It is very fucking creepy. And now he says,
Yeah, because Michael Hagen specifically said he hates that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Michael, we didn't intend to do that.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
I'm out. Bye. Bye-bye then.
So sorry.
I'll come whisper in your ear later on.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, what do you have for us as the last track?
As the last track, it's Psych Nerd and Marco G saying more cowbell. Armandox wanted to hear this one. And, well, more cowbell is always the last end message, it appears so, for many people around here. So why not end up the show with that?
That's a good one.
Yes.
YouTube Emperor Palpatine says ASMR show, like SMR show.
Yep.
Yeah. So yes, sorry.
Yes, sorry. And if anyone is curious how my 24 hours Netherlands trip ended up, now you can check it out on Facebook. I posted a status update.
Nice.
Yes. We are starring in a video clip. Oh, yeah, right.
No, we are not.
Well,
you are.
okay. But it was a lot of fun, and I'm happy that we go back to Netherlands next year. Oh, even multiple times, actually. That would be nice, finally. Yeah. So, yeah, it's 24 hours is not really long of Netherlands, so I really want to discover more. And, it was a great fun. Happened start of September, so, yeah, the result is out. And I'm so happy about it. It's incredible. Didn't have to go to Japan to see that guy performing, but yeah.
Anyway,
thank
you everyone for tuning in and spending some time with us.
Yes, indeed, and likely we will be back next week as usual. So if we won't be back, it usually has a good reason, like last week. My stupid insomnia, I really hope it won't come back, and I really hope we can get back on track with everything. So, let's do this next week, and see you then, I guess. And have a very good night.
See you around then. Sleeping tight.
Sleeping tight.
Michael Lagen. Sleeping tight.
Poor Michael. We are so sorry. See you. Have a good night.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wave bye on the overhead camera behind you.
Bye.
Bye.
Prescription is more cowbell. I could have used a little more cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell. Let's take it again. And Gene, really explore the studio space this time. You got it, Bruce. I mean, really. Explore the space. I like what I'm hearing. Why don't you lay down that cowbell right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta have more cowbell. Used a little more cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell. What? I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. I could have used a little more cowbell. I like what I'm hearing.
Turn it up loud and piss off the neighbors. Slay Radio.